Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. We have started this new series wherein we will be drawing a bookmark in each of these sessions, and each of these bookmarks would be different from each other. So just in case you missed the first one, not an issue, you can start from anywhere randomly. However, I did mention about few tools and supplies in the first session, so you might want to watch the first session. This is the bookmark that we drew in the first session. So today is the second session, and let us start with another bookmark today, right? So I have a rough grid drawn in front of me, a string you can call it, right? And I'm going to ink it so that it shows. So the first thing that I'm going to do is ink this string that I have drawn with my pencil because I want it to show, right? So just a few curved lines, mix of few curved lines like this. Very simple string. Just created an area inside in which I will tangle, and we'll see what do we do with the rest of the area, right? So I'm also going to add an aura at the same time here. Right, so just adding an aura to my string. Like this, right? So now let us start tangling, and I'm going to use my O1 here and start with a pattern called inner flux. So derived somewhat from the pattern flux, right? So drew one petal shape, one more, then one more like this, hidden ones, again another one this side, another one this side, and then few hidden ones like these, right? And then I am going to ink this center section, or you can add some dots or anything you feel like, right? Again I am going to add one more, this random, so this is the stem, again adding that petal shape, again one petal, two petal, again the other side, one petal, two petal, and then few hidden ones like this, joining the ends, right? And then I'm going to ink the inner section. So simple pattern to draw, looks beautiful like flower, right? So let's introduce one more. So probably starting here and coming down like this, right? So you can arrange it any way you want, right? So again one petal shape, so this would be hidden kind of, right? And then I'm going to ink this section, right? So 3 flowers, and now I'm going to be adding some leaves. So I'm going to add some doodles, right? So again starting right from the beginning, not from here, right? So this is one point that you would like to remember, so that your doodles looks this way, right? So although there is no hard and fast rule, however these stems start right from the beginning like this, and then again from here to here, the fescue shapes, and then when you draw these leafy shapes, they join right here, right? Like this. So this is what gives doodle its actual look. However, you can always draw it differently. Again, adding some leaves. Since we have some flowers, so it would be nice to add some leaves too, right? So probably one more here, smaller one. Right, again hidden, lot of drawing behind here, right? So let me add one more flower here, small one, 1, 2, again 1, some drawing behind, right? Again ink it in like this, right? And then you can always add some Bronx cheer to add that much required drama. So we already know these patterns. Just like grapes, a bunch of grapes, I am adding some orbs and filling it in, but filling it in such a fashion that it is not inked completely, leaving some gaps and a highlight, right? So don't ink it completely, right? Again we can add one here probably. So take your time, go slow, enjoy, right? Take deep breaths. And probably I will add one leaf here. Just going by my instinct, not thinking much, adding where I feel like, and you can do the same. Need not follow me. Right? So adding one more Bronx cheer here. Right, so adds the much required drama if that there is too much of line work involved. You can always add one fold to the leaves like this, optional. Right, so a touch of Bronx cheers here, probably a hidden one coming from the top. Right, same is the case here. Right, adding a few orbs. Here and there. Right, so I think our center is done. I don't want to add too much, right? So now up to us, what do we want to do with the rest? So I'm going to divide the rest of the section. You please you can take a broad nibbed pen, right, something like an identity, or you can use an 08 and divide the rest of the section into random sections like this, right? So triangles, squares of different sizes, That's what I am going to do, like this, right? So just randomly going to divide the rest of the section into further sections, a mix of shapes. You can draw any shape, squares, right? So not thinking much, just using a bold pen so that these divisions are discrete, right? Yeah, something like this. And I will do the same exercise on the other side also, right? So I just want these divisions to be discrete. That's why I'm using a bolder pen. So I'm using an identity. You can always use an 08 or any other broad nibbed pen. That's okay. Right, so you can see here I'm not thinking much about shape, size, just dividing randomly into some sections, just trying to vary the shapes. Right, like this. Right, so we are done, and now I'm going to use a couple of colors now. So you can use your watercolors or any other colors, brush pens. As I told you, you can even use identity pens. So I'm just going to start filling it colors randomly, not thinking much where what. I've just picked up few bright colors and I'm going to be filling these colors to get a sort of stained glass effect, right? So not thinking much here. So again on the other side also I'll do the same exercise. Pick up some sections, add the first color, the yellow color. You can very comfortably use your watercolor pencils also and then blend it. Right, so I've added some yellow here. Yeah, now I am going to pick up my next, that is pink. So just going to add some pink. Right, so just random colors. Right, so pick any section of your choice and just start adding these colors. Right, so I'll now pick up one more color, probably a blue. Right, I think you got a picture of how I will just randomly color these spaces, sections, right? So you can see here I have done that exercise, filled up randomly these sections with multiple colors, right? So now the center section, I think I left out two here, so let me just fill in. Yeah, So let us now move on to shading the center section. So I'm now going to pick up my pencil and add shading to these right with the light hand. So just going to blend. We'll see if we wish to add some color to the center section also, otherwise we can keep it the way it is, right? So again the second flower, so take your time. The sections are small, so don't put too much of graphite, just a touch. Right, so I don't think colors would be required, it's looking nice anyways. Right, so now we come to our doodles. So the center stem and the sides is where I am going to add the graphite under the fescues and under the center stem. Right, again under the stem, the spaces are small, so just take your time, go slow, don't blend too much. Right, so you can also add a touch of graphite under this fold with a very gentle hand. Just add a touch under this fold, just like a shadow. Right, again if your leaves are too small, then avoid this step, because you don't want the entire leaf to go gray. Right, and a little graphite here, not much. Probably we can add some shadow on one side, like this. Yeah, just a light touch. Yeah, I think we are done with our shading the center, and now I'm going to add a little on this section that I created under the line. Right, just blend it with a light hand. Right, again here. So the outside sections that we created, I don't see any need to shade them, right? So you can always add some white chalk. Where is my chalk pencil? Yeah. So on the bronze chair probably, just right. So that's it. I don't think we require anything else. If you still find the center section empty, then you can, if you wish, add some rounding here and there. So adds that black ink, right? So not required much, but optional. Just a touch of black here and there, right? So yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm now going to close my bookmark here, add my chop, right? So I'm going to pick up one more of my sleeve. Where is the sleeve? Yeah, just get one. And then we can place our bookmark inside the sleeve. Right? So just push it in carefully. Yeah, right. Yeah, so finally it's inside my sleeve, and this is the bookmark for the day, right? A simple bookmark. So do post your creations on my Facebook group, Creative Zen Work at Sanyukta Zentangle. I would love to see them, right? And we shall meet again with another new bookmark idea, right? Thank you. Bye bye.